Hello everybody, this is the first time I record a video in English, so let me try to kind of summarize what is this channel about and what we are going to do today. So of course it's about flight simulation, as you can see, and what I usually do is recording simulated flight, trying to simulate all the procedures as close as possible to the real world as I can. I'm not a real world pilot, so just the result of my personal study on procedures, so the real one can differ. So it would be try to reproduce all these procedures, not actually focusing on manual flight, which is anyhow not very good in Flight Simulator. This is Microflight Simulator 2024, by the way. What we're going to reproduce today is a ITA Airways flight. We are in Rome Fiumicino, early morning, as you can see, and our flight will be towards Bologna in the northern part of Italy. So starting middle of Italy and landing in the northern part of Italy. Will be a 40 minutes flight. So let's get into our plane. Cold and dark, nobody's here. Cabin is empty. Passengers still need to be on board, so let's get into the cabin and sit down in the cockpit. So before starting and powering on the plane, so let's have a look at what we are supposed to do. 33 minutes before our off-block time, so let's have a look at the operational flight plan. 6th of June, the flight is 1317, call sign will be ITA 1317, cost index 15. Zero fuel weight 57.8, takeoff weight 62.5, landing weight 60, cruising altitude will be flight level 280. It will be a 48 minutes flight. Our alternate is going to be Milan Linate, and block fuel is 4.9 tons. So quick look at the routing. We will depart from runway 25, which is pretty common in Rome Fiumicino. Sovan 7 Alpha departure, then Lomed 3 Whiskey arrival for runway 30 in Bologna. Let's have a look at more details of the flight log. We will be at the top of climb after 14 minutes, top of descent 23 minutes, so there will be a 10 minutes more or less time in cruise. What about the weather? Very good in Rome. Cavo K 23 degrees. Our destination Bologna is reporting good weather as well. And it will stay good for the entire day. Our alternates, Linate, Verona and Forlì, they are all looking good. So no need for bringing additional fuel. So if we have been planned for 4.9 tons, we can bring 5 tons. Before getting into it, let's have a look at the charts. So where are we? We are in stand 404 here, and runway 25 is this one. So we're going to taxi towards the holding point over here, and then we will depart to 5. SOSIF departure. This is our SID. Can be either the 5 Alpha or the 6 Romeo. Probably this time of the day will be the 5 Alpha to SOSIF, and then the transition is Sovan 7 Alpha, just straight to Sovan from SOSIF. Our arrival in Bologna will be Lomed 3 whiskey, we said, so Lomed, and then we will do downwind base and get to the ILS 30, which will lead us here 30. Then this is the main terminal, so we will vacate likely via Delta and then taxi back to the terminal. And actually this is the different parking stands. We will definitely get into one of those stands. So this is the plan. So let's start configuring or at least setting our requested fuel, 5 tons. This is, by the way, Fenix Simulations A320. Apply, we will start boarding later on. So before starting, let's power up the airplane. So safety inspection, engine, start selector are off, mode selector is norm, weather radar is off, landing gear is down, the wipers are off, and the battery is more than 25.5%, so we can 25.5 volts, so we can power it on, and then also connect the external power. Something that I did not mention is that it's not going to be a tutorial, so I'm not going to explain everything that I do. It is there are a lot of good tutorials in the internet. It just kind of fully favored simulation of what a pilot is supposed to do. So now everything is booting up. What we can do is our preliminary takeoff performance. So takeoff weight expected is 62.5, so Rome runway 25 dry, 62.5, we don't know the CG, so let's put 25, packs off, calculate, so the limiting takeoff weight is 83 tons, so we are way down at the limit. So this is powering on, that's great. So what we can do once this is fully up, here it is, a pure fire test first of all. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 things to check. Okay, all good. Then we can turn the IDIRS on. And do we need a pure now? So let's have a look. 30 in the cabin, in the cockpit, 22, 22, 23 outside. Yeah, let's wait for a few minutes before power it on. Okay, so let's go ahead. Fire test done. So let's do the aircraft acceptance procedure. Recall, normal. This is A320 200 CFM engine. Nav database is up to date. What are the characteristics of the aircraft? We have no napping around, something to keep in mind. And the preliminary performance calculation has been already done. Of course, no way to check the logbook and this kind of stuff in the simulator. So good, so let's go ahead. Oxygen is here, it's enough. Hydraulic quantity is okay. Engine oil is okay. Spoiler are retracted, speed brake are in agreement with the indicator. Let's test the alternate brakes. And it's okay. All good. So we can go ahead with the cockpit preparation after finishing this preliminary cockpit procedure. Again, I'm not detailing all the procedures and what to do, just take into account that whoever is watching or is already familiar with systems and more or less with the procedure is more like trying to kind of simulating as far as close as possible to the real world. So this is okay. Then let's test the battery. battery, so we go to elec, so 0 0, let's turn them off, on again, and here the charging cycle is started. Great. Fuel pumps off, we'll wait for the refueling to be completed. So engine fire test, 1 2 3 4 5 6 things to check. Engine 2, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, nothing to be done on this side. So let's proceed in this direction, but before doing so, let me start the boarding. That may take a while, so let's use this tool to start the boarding. Okay, load aircraft, GSX, boarding, refueling. Okay, let's see if it is working. Okay, it is. Let's go ahead. Okay, QNH. So what we can do is connect to the ATIS and get the latest ATIS. So where it is, airport chart, here on top we have departure ATIS 121850. 121. Let's put it on the secondary radio. 850 805 850 850. Okay, so let's turn the volume up. Am I using Beyond ATC for the virtual ATC?
Station Bravo 0321 Zulu, wind 150 at 5, temperature 2 tree, dew point 19er, QNH1018, VFR conditions, landing runways 16 right, 16 left, departing runways 16 right, 25, transition.
Okay, QNH1018, information Bravo on board. So let's go ahead with the procedure here. So we have 20-ish minutes before off block. 6th of June, here is all correct. So let's go ahead. The radio panel is being set. The wide radar is set, and all the rest is looking good. 2000 standby. Transponder number 1, since we're pilot flying on this side. Okay, good. So we can start programming the FMS. So first of all, let's get into the ACARS and initialize the flight. Flight init request. So let's double check with our operational flight plan. Itero 1317. Itero 1317 Fiumicino to Bologna, alternate is Linate. Good, so let's load the flight plan. Itero 1317 is our call sign. Cost index 15, cruising altitude 280. 15 280, and external temperature is 23. Now for the SID we have runway 25 via SOSAB 5 Alpha, if I'm not mistaken, SOSAB 5 Alpha and SOVAN 7 Alpha. SOSAB 5 Alpha and where it is, let me double check. So the transition is SOVAN and the SID is SOSIV 5 Alpha. SOSIV 5 Alpha, and the transition is Why it's not here? Okay, let's start in this way and then we will figure it out. Arrival in Bologna. We are expecting ILS 30 and we have the Lomed 3 Whiskey. Lomed 3 Whiskey, here it is, via, let's take one of these and then we will check one route. Insert. Okay, then secondary flight plan, copy active, so let's make the engine on seat here. Engine on seat, runway 25 is, let me double check, 25 is straight ahead, 25 miles and old. So Lima India Romeo Foxtrot 25, runway heading is 247/25, PBD 01 is there, and then from here we make an immediate return if there is any problem to Fiumicino, and we can program the ILS Whiskey 16 left that is in use today. No star, no bias, and here it is. We also need to add a holding here. Computed, that's okay. Return, and it is all set. Now fix info. We have runway 247, so extending the center line, and the engine out seed point is PBD 01. Good, then we will double check how it looks like. Nothing in RADNAV, it is a fully RNAV seed, yes it is, and here we can set our departing runway, and let's see if it is how it is going. So okay, fuel is on board, then we will continue. So 5 requested, 5 on board, seatbelt sign on, fuel pumps on. How is going the boarding? Okay, boarding is in progress. Very nice. Good. Okay, so now we can move to the performance and weights. So zero fuel weight is 57.8 /25, since we don't know the CG yet. Block fuel 5, takeoff weight 62.6 matches. Okay, good. Now the alternate is, we said Linate, we need 1.2 tons to get there. So 1.2, 1.1 final reserve, and we have 0.7 of contingency, and the trip wind is minus 12, so minus 12, so add wind 12 knots, 6 minutes extra fuel. So all of this is now complete. We can now double check everything that we have done so far. So let's get into the chart first. Now first of all, let's figure it out, the taxi routing. So there will be likely a right pushback, then while in the real world they usually make you taxi through November Golf, November and Bravo. Here let's see what the ATC is gonna give us. The point is that regardless we will end up in Bravo Bravo or Bravo Alpha. 2 hotspots for the taxi routing, so let's get some details. We have actually hotspot 3 and hotspot 5, hotspot C10 9A. So we have 3 and 5. 3 saying beware intersection takeoff from taxi Bravo Charlie Bravo Delta when lining up. Departing traffic from runway 25 should not enter by taxiway Charlie Mike. Okay. And 5, be sure to have the right of way before crossing taxiway Delta. So basically this is saying if you get into Delta, you're just be sure that you can get into Delta. Okay, then our SID is the following. SOSIV 5 Alpha, speed control procedure maximum 250 knots until crossing flight level 100, that's okay. Now we have Rome Foxtrot 777 maximum 200, so let's double check how it looks like. Plan, constraints, and okay, so 777 maximum 200, 787 maximum 200. No, that's definitely not our route. No, that's not the right procedure. SOSIV 5 Alpha. Okay, that's why we need to double check all this stuff. Departure, let's do it again. Departure runway 25, SOSIV 5 Alpha. Oh, that's why. So okay, it was wrong SID selected. Okay, Roma Foxtrot 792 maximum 200, 706 above 3200. That's checked. Then we have 07 08 6000 and flight level 110. 07 and 08 and SOSIV, and then after SOSIV we have a straight line towards Odupa and Sovan. Okay, and then we will double check all the arrival later on. Okay, sun is rising. Okay, good. Okay, then we have let's configure all of this panel. QNH 1018, initial climb, not sure is here. Initial climb route is not here, but we will double check with ATC. Let's put, I don't know, 5000 for now, 6000, and then let's configure also this other side. And this is all done. We have 11 minutes to off block, so we need to hurry up a bit. Let's do the oxygen test, and we are all okay. So how's boarding doing? Okay, I think almost complete. Okay, let's close the door and let's ask for our clearance before doing the briefing. So clearance, where it is, Fiume, delivery 121.8. 121.8. Let's hope the volume is also fine for the recording. So information is Bravo, our stand is 409. Fiume delivery, good morning, ETA arrow 1317, stand 409er, information Bravo on board, requesting clearance to Bologna.
ETA arrow 1317, Fiume delivery, thanks for information Bravo, expect runway 25, SOSIV 5 Alpha departure. Squawk 1000.
Itaro 1317, clear to destination Bologna, out of runway 25, SOSIV 5 Alpha departure, squawk 1000.
Itaro 1317, read back correct. Contact ground 122.125 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground when ready, 122.125, Itaro 1317. One to 125.
All aircraft be advised information Charlie now current QNH1018.
Okay, 1018 is checked, QNH squawk 1000 and the seat and the runway are already checked. Okay, now we can go with the briefing at this point. So let's have a look at the chart first. 5800. Okay. Now let's make the pilot monitoring starting first. Okay, we are departing Rome Fiumicino, runway 25, SOSAV 5 Alpha. Never remember. SOSIV 5 Alpha, SOVAN 7 Alpha. Initial climb 6,000 feet. The MSA is 5,800, but we will departing towards the sea, the Mediterranean Sea, so we can assume even 3,000 feet can be safe. Extra fueling time, we have 7 minutes. Okay, in terms of hotspot for the taxi routing, we have a couple. One is before getting into taxiway Delta. We need to be sure that we have the right to enter or give way. The other one is at the holding point. We have Bravo Bravo and Bravo Alpha that are very close one with the other, and we need to pay attention. Stop margin is not an issue. The runway is very long. Engine out seat will be straight ahead, 25 miles and hold. As we can see here, it's already programmed into the secondary flight plan, and we will hold at 3,000 feet. In case of immediate return, we can come back here in Fiumicino. Runway 16 left is programmed in the secondary flight plan. And what about the landing weight? We are below the maximum landing weight, so we don't need to do any kind of overlanding procedure. Special and non-standard, we have a 200 knots restriction, so let's have a look. Clean speed is 211, so basically we will keep flap up until we will get into we will get rid of the restrictions. Threats for this departure, nothing really. Okay, and with this the briefing is complete. So we should have received the final low sheet. Let's have a look. Received messages. This is preliminary. Let me do this. This is preliminary and we don't need it. And this is the final one. Compliance. Itaro 1317, it is the Echo India Delta Tango Echo. This is checked. Zero fuel weight 57.8. 57.8. Zero fuel weight CG is 32.3. Takeoff weight 62.6 versus 62.7, so it matches. And in terms of performance, so we have 170 passengers on board and 2 infants. As for the performance, we already calculated 62.6. Let's check. 62.5. That's good enough. And we have 45, 45, 47, flex 68. 45, 45, 47, flag 68, flaps 1, and the takeoff CG is 31. 31 is down 0.5 more or less, down trim 0.5, which 0.8, okay, more or less. Noise abutment departure procedure number 2, so flap retraction will be above 3000, but definitely we will be keeping the flaps for the seat restrictions. Engine out seat 1500, that's okay, and this is all set. Okay, let's accept the final load sheet. So we are all good. So let's run some checklists first. So cockpit preparation checklist: gear pins and cover removed, fuel quantity 5000 kilos balanced, seat belts on, ADIRS nav baro ref QNH 1018 checked. And let's start the APU. And let's do a quick PA before moving 3 minutes to off-block time, so we are fully on time. So what about the weather in our destination? Weather is 26, and by the way, we did not check the significant weather chart, but we're all good. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning from the flight deck and welcome on board on this ITA Airways flight 1317 with destination Bologna. We are we're fully loaded and we expect to leave our parking stands in a few minutes. Flight time to Bologna will be 40 minutes, cruising the altitude 28,000 feet. Weather along the route is very nice as well in Bologna, clear skies and 28 degrees Celsius. Thanks again and again welcome on board. Signori e signori, buongiorno, benvenuti a bordo del volo ITA Airways 1317 con destinazione Bologna. Abbiamo completato le procedure di imbarco e tra un paio di minuti lasceremo il nostro stand con destinazione il Nord Italia. La nostra quota di crociera sarà di 28.000 piedi, il tempo lungo la rotta è buono, così come a Bologna ci aspettiamo tempo sereno con una temperatura di 28 gradi centigradi. Grazie ancora per aver volato con noi e benvenuti a bordo. Ok, PA is done. What is missing? APU avail, so we can first of all turn the conditioning on, the APU bleed on, and let's disconnect the external power. And let's ask the ground crew to prepare for departure, which basically means disconnecting gateway and preparing for pushback. So meanwhile, let's do the before start checklist. Okay, we have everything is closed. Before start checklist: parking brake is set, takeoff speed and thrust V1 145, VR 145, V2 147, flex 69. Windows are closed and beacon is on now. And also let's do the before start flow that we forgot about. Okay, yes, let's continue the pushback please. Okay, the tag has arrived. And let's wait for the tag to be connected, then we will call ground for the pushback clearance. So let's take the chart, airport chart. So ground 122.125, that is here. 122.125. Okay, cabin crew, all doors in flight. Fiume ground, Itero 1317, stand 4009, requesting pushback and startup.
Itaro 1317, Fume ground, pushback approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and startup approved, facing northeast, Itero 1317. Okay, let's continue with the pushback. Continue pushback. Facing north, one or the other, it's okay. Releasing parking brake. Parking brakes released. Commencing push. Off block 01. Okay, all time. So let's wait until we will cross this red line to start up the engine. And we are clear to start the engine, starting engine 2 and 1 in sequence, starting engine number 2. Engine to start. Beautiful morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. 20. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important
Avel, so good engine start, starting engine number 1, engine 1 start,
which you must adopt.
in position, set brakes, brakes set. Okay, Avel, perfect. So let's wait for
Take a life jacket from
the ramp agent with the pin,
the pouch and put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not.
and then we can do also the after start procedure.
Inflate it by pulling the toggle.
Where is the guy? Okay, the guy with the pin. Good. So let's go ahead with the after start flow.
And whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jacket features. Your tray tables must now be stowed.
31%.
Window blinds open.
Okay.
Further information regarding
So after start checklist, anti-ice off, icon status check, pitch trim 31%, rudder trim neutral. After start checklist complete, and now we can call for the taxi clearance. So what kind of taxi we are expecting? Let's anticipate a bit. Something like November Golf or Rico Golf and then Delta, Delta Mike or Bravo to the holding point. Fiume ground, Itero 1317 ready for taxi.
Itaro 1317, runway 25 taxi via November Golf, November, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo.
taxi to runway 25 via November Golf, November, Bravo, Bravo Bravo, Itero 1317. Cabin is ready.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Negative. Taxi via November Golf, November, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo.
Okay, read back.
All right, we'll taxi to runway 25 via November Golf. November, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo.
November
Itero
Golf,
1317.
November, Bravo, 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 which is actually very similar to the real one. Okay, so where we are here, so November Golf, November, all the way to Bravo and Bravo, Bravo. Okay, understood. So lights on, parking brake released, and let's move. Brake check, pressure 0. No, November Golf, we are on November Golf, yes we are. November Golf is confirmed. Clear left, clear right. Let's speed up a bit. So let's do the flight control check. So full up, full down, neutral. Full right, full left, neutral, rudder, full right, full left, neutral. Okay, now November Golf, November and Bravo. Of course we need to pay attention not to get into the runway here at Bravo Charlie. Nobody around, very quiet this time of the day. So Bravo here on the right, so, and this is actually no intersection November. And we should be on Bravo. Yeah, we are. And Bravo Bravo is the first holding point. So no changes to the takeoff briefing. So let's do the taxi flow pattern. And the taxi checklist. Taxi checklist, flight controls checked, flap settings, conf 1 plus F, radar permitting wind shear on and auto, engine mode selector norm, ICAM memo, takeoff no blue, landing check, takeoff checklist, taxi checklist complete.
Itara 1317, contact Fume Tower 127.625.
with tower 127.625, Itero 1317.
Negative. Tower on 127.625.
Tower 127.625, Itero 1317. Okay, what is the departure frequency? By the way, tower departure on 130.9er. Let's pre-select that. Fiume Tower, good day, Itero 1317, Bravo Bravo, runway 25, ready for departure.
Itero 1317, Fiume Tower, wind 170 at 4, runway 25, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, Itero 1317. Okay, line up flow. And line up checklist. Takeoff runway 25 via Bravo Bravo. Transponder, TA array, packs 1 and 2 off. Line up checklist complete. Okay, ready. Takeoff. Manflex 68 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Thrust set. One knots. Discard this side stick fault. B1 rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Nav. Autopilot 1.
Itero 1317, contact Roma departures 130.9er.
130.9, Itero 1317. Thrust climb auto thrust. Let's keep the flaps out. Roma departure, good day, Itero 1317, 2400 climbing 6000.
Itero 1317, Roma departures, identified, climb to flight level 140.
Climb. Climb flight level 140, Itero 1317. Setting standard cross check, passing flight level 37 now. Flight level 140 blue. Flap 1, flap 0. Flap 0. Speed check flap 0. Okay, no more speed restriction. We are accelerating. Acceleration flow pattern. Flaps, thrust lever, spoiler, landing gear, lights, all set. Can I? Oh, okay, I cannot. Let me change this. So window, frame mount. Okay, better. So this is the seat we are in. We don't need the crown anymore. $10,000 flow pattern, so lights off, seat belts off, good day, and the nose is down. Airport. Same here, airport, let's make this a bit bigger. And what we have here, flight level 280.
Itero 1317, contact Rome radar 131.1.
Rome radar 131.1, Itero 1317.
Negative. Rome radar on 131.1.
Rome radar 131.1, Itero 1317. Speed, vertical speed. One to go. Rome radar, good morning, Itero 1317, flight level 130, climbing 140.
Itero 1317, Rome radar, radar contact, climb to flight level 280.
Task climb, alt, flight level 280 blue. Climb flight level 280, Itero 1317. Okay, so let's finish up. Cruise 280, optimal 360, which is okay. We are planning to get in Bologna at 4:53. 4:54, so we are absolutely on time. Okay, since we are going to have a very short cruise, so let's start working for our arrival. So first of all, let's double check our star. Or before doing so, let me get the ATIS for Bologna. Bologna airport it is 134,875. 134,875. 134,875. 134,875. No, we are too far away and we don't get any good signal. Okay, anyway, let's start working on this arrival. So we have planned LOMED 3 whiskey arrival. So speed 250 below 100, that's okay. LOMED, then we have Papa Echo 556 above 590. So let's go and see if I plan. Sova, Namtel, Kujix, LOMED. LOMED, then we have 556 above 90. Then we have 544, 90. Then we have LWeb, maximum 230 above 6,000. That's checked. Then we have 235,000, 235,000, 235,000, 235,000. Then we have IBNEL, maximum 210, 3,000, and ABLEX 210, 3,000. And this is all good. Then what do we have? ILS runway 30. ABLEX, here it is, 3,000, then we get down. Glide path is 3.5%. 3.5% is checked. Then go around is proceed on 2904, climbing to 4,000 at 3.9 after the localizer. Turn right to intercept radial 45 Bologna until Mivbo. Okay, so let's add this Bologna 45. And it was all correct. I don't remember. Let me double check again. So after, and then Mivbo 4000. Okay. So the route is okay. Then RadNav is set. Then let's get Lima India Papa Echo 30. Then for the performance, oh, we have forgotten something. Clear and copy. Clear and copy. Clear and clear and copy. Then back to the programming here. So performance, veering climb, cruise is okay, descend is okay, and then we need some data. So the minimum is category Charlie 350. Set will be config full. Let's see if the ATC is available now.
VFR conditions. Landing and departing runway 12. Transition level 060. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec. Forgo Panigale Airport information Quebec. 0421 Zulu, wind 200 at 6, temperature 25, dew point 13, QNH1016, VFR conditions, landing and departing runway 12,
Okay, so the runway has changed. There is no more 30, is 12. So we need to do some changes. We are still arriving via Lomed. So before doing so, let's concentrate on our route. So first of all, we are approaching vertical speed. So let's check also the fuel and the time, and then we get back to the arrival. So we were supposed to get into top of climbing 14 minutes, 3.5, 1.4, 14 minutes, and we are 3.5 fuel on board, and we are 3.6, 1.4 used, 1.3 used, so we are good with the fuel. And if we sum up the two numbers, we have 3, 4, 5 tons as we loaded. All start. Mach alt cruise. Okay, 39 miles to the top of descent, so we are pretty in a hurry. So let's change the arrival. So it will still be Lomed, but will be Lomed 3 Mike, MDUD, and runway 12. Let's see. Flight plan, Bologna arrival. It will be ILS, probably Yankee 12. Lomed 3 Mike via Boa1. Let's have a look how it looks like. Constraint plan 20. So will be Lomed. Then the initial part is the same. Then LWeb. Oh no, this is definitely wrong. Arrival via no.
Arrow 1317, Rome radar, expect Lomed 3 Mike, runway 12.
Lomed 3 Mike, runway 12, Itero 1317. Okay, confirmed what they told us.
Itero 1317, verify instruction.
So let's do this, accept clearance, and then we can work.
Lomed 3 Mike, runway 12, Itero 1317.
Why so messy? So let's do it again. Arrival 12, Lomed 3 Mike. Novaya, let's try this way. Oh, way better. Okay. So LWeb 6000, then we have downwind 230, above 5000, then base leg 2500 to 10, MDUD 200, this is checked, and then Adolo. So we don't need this anymore, we need the arrival. The arrival, we need the approach. Runway 12, here it is. Okay, So 3 glide path checked, the go around is climb heading at immediately turn left, real 45 MIVBO 4000, and this is checked. MIVBO 4000 and old. Okay, good. Then we need to change this as well. 1 2 performance. We have what we
Arrow
have.
1317, Lomé Tree Mike, runway 12. Report ready for descent.
Lomed 3 Mike, runway 12, Itero 1317.
Itero 1317, Lomé Tree Mike, runway 12. Verify ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Itero 1317.
Itero 1317, descend to flight level 150.
Descent flight level 150, Itero 1317. Okay, so minimum 327, then go around, engine out acceleration. We have MSA at 4000 and go around altitude 4000, so this will be 4000. -27 minutes, extra fuel, and let's copy the secondary file plan. Then descending, let's start descending and then we will go ahead with the briefing. So landing performance calculation first of all. 3.4 on board, 3.2 at the destination, so we're going to burn 200 kilos, so landing weight will be 61.1. So this is the weather that we already got, 61.1. Auto brake low, 2000 meters, which should be okay because we want to vacate via Delta or via Bravo maximum. So auto brake low is good. And what else? We will vacate here. We have no, we are not crossing any hotspot, and the plan is to taxi via Tango likely, and then get into parking 107, 8 or 9 this on this side. Okay, quick PA before going with the briefing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just started our descent and we expect to be in Bologna in about 20 minutes. The weather on the ground is very good, as well as the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Signore e signori, abbiamo appena iniziato la nostra discesa e aspettiamo di arrivare a Bologna nei prossimi 20 minuti. Tempo a destinazione buono, temperatura 25 gradi centigradi. Itaro 1317, we did not copy.
Negative, Milan radar on 124.925.
Milan radar 124.925. Itaro 1317. Milan radar, good morning. Itero 1317, flight level 230, descending 150.
Itero 1317, Milan radar, radar contact.
Okay, time for the briefing. So pilot monitoring first. So MSA is 4,000 feet and we will be along the LOMED 3 Mike arrival for ILS Zulu runway 12. The minimum is 327 and in case of go around immediately left turn towards Mivbo climbing 4000. Extra fuel and time we have how much? 25 minutes. Okay, so will be flight director guidance towards the ILS Zulu runway 12. Flap full, stop margin is going to be around 300 meters. Auto brake low, we will use full reverse and we will vacate via we said Delta or Charlie. Delta or Bravo. No spot for taxi, and we will taxi back towards the main terminal. And especially no standard, nothing that I can see. Threats, there are the mountains on the southern part of the airport, so we are mitigating using terrain here and probably also here since the weather is super good. And briefing is complete. So Florence behind us. And Bologna is just in front of us after those hills. Company message, what is about? ATSU, AC menu, received messages, is delay for 1 minute. Okay. Now we have a bunch of speed restrictions, so we will definitely need to kind of slow down early.
Itero 1317, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Itero 1317. $15,000 feet, so seatbelt sign on, so the cabin can start preparing. So a bunch of speed restrictions, so we probably need to use the speed brake a bit since we are coming in pretty fast. Now we should see the airport from here. I think it's that one, and this is Bologna town. So let's pre-select the QNH. So we said the QNH is 1016. Okay. Now if ATC will not get us down in time, we will do anyway, otherwise we will end up too high. And Beyond ATC is very good, but sometimes not perfect in terms of directions.
1317, descend to flight level 100.
So far perfect instead. Descending flight level 100, Itero 1317.
Itero 1317. Contact Bologna, approach 118.15.
Bologna approach 118.15. Itero 1317. So we are accelerating, no way, speed brake. Bologna approach, good morning, Itero 1317, flight level 110, descending 100.
Itaro 1317 Bologna approach. Good morning. QNH 1016, expect the ILS Zulu runway 12.
QNH 1016 expecting ILS Zulu runway 12, Itero 1317. Okay. 10,000 foot flow pattern, so lights on, signs on, constraints.
Level 080.
Descend flight level 080, Itero of 1317. 80 blue. And we need to double check also GPS primary, accuracy high.
Level 080.
Descend flight level 080, Itero 1317. Okay, let's activate approach phase. So we will start slowing down.
Itaro 1317, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1016.
Descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1016, Itero 1317. Okay, QNH 1016 cross check, passing 9,700 now, checked, and 6,000 blue. Now approach checklist. Barrow ref QNH 1016, seat belts on, minimum barrow 327, auto brake low, engine mode selector norm. Approach checklist complete. Cabin is ready.
The cabin is now secure for landing.
Okay, cabin ready. Now let's pre-select tower, which is 120.8. 120.8.
Itaro 1317, descend to 5,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, Itaro 1317.
Negative, descend to 5,000 feet.
Descend 5,000 feet, Itaro 1317. Okay, 5,000 blue. So far has been very good, the ATC. Let's see if it will stay the same. if it doesn't matter. It's just a way for enhancing a bit the immersion, the realism. Doesn't need to be perfect.
Itaro 1317, descend to 2,500 feet.
Descend 2,500 feet, Itaro 1317. 2,500 set and blue. $60 miles to the localizer. Speed is okay. Don't accelerate, please. Speed brake out. I don't want to accelerate too much, also because we have a limitation of at 210. So flap
Itaro
1, speed check,
6
flap
miles from
1.
Indud, turn right, heading 105, maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS Zulu, runway 12.
Right, 105, maintaining 2,500 feet, cleared LLS Zulu, runway 12, Itaro 1317. Okay, we are clear to ILS, so cut 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2, lock star, glass loop star, don't accelerate please, speed brake out, again, lock, glass loop, go around altitude 4,000 feet set, flap 2, speed check, flap 2. Speed brake in again. So
Itaro 1317, contact Bologna Tower 120.8, bye-bye.
with tower 120.8, Itaro 1317, thank you. Tower, good day, Itaro 1317, ILS 12.
2,500.
Itaro 1317, Bologna Tower, wind 200 at 6, runway 12 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 12, Itaro 1317. Okay, gear down, flap 3, speed check, flap 3. And flap full, speed check, flap full. Okay, ground preselected, 121-9er25, 121-9er25. So we need to rebrief this, so we need to vacate via Golf. Let's remember this. Or otherwise at the very end of the runway. Here is the runway, puppy for red, that is definitely a mistake. So, landing checklist. Go around altitude 4,000 feet set, cabin crew advised, ICAM memo, landing no blue. Landing checklist complete.
All aircraft be advised information Romeo now current. QNH1016.
Okay, 1016 checked. Autopilot off. Cut 1. Yeah, the puppies are wrong. Okay, there is a land, there is a guy in the runway, but yeah, we will land anyway. Minima continuo. Spoiler, reverse green, decel. Yeah, let's vacate at the end. $70 knots.
Itero 1317, exit right at hotel.
Exit at hotel, Itero 1317. Hotel, which is hotel? Oh, this is Kilo anyway. Okay. Oh, not very good. Tower is making aircraft departing in this way. Okay, 40 minutes in the air. Let's vacate. And let's request then gate number.
Itero 1317, contact ground 121.925.
Ground 121.925, Itero 1317. Ground, good day, Itero 1317, runway vacated. Requesting taxi to gate 109er.
Itero 1317, gate 10 doesn't exist at Borgo Panigale. Would you like to select another?
Itero 1317 requesting taxi to gate 108. Let's clean up.
Itero 1317, unfortunately, gate 108 isn't available at this airport. Please choose another.
Itero 1317 requesting taxi to any gate.
Itero 1317, ramp 106 taxi via Juliet, Tango, Tango Quebec, Zulu.
Okay, let's read back the instruction and then I
Ramp
will...
106 via Juliet, Tango, Tango Quebec, Zulu, Itero 1317.
Tango, Tango Quebec,
Bologna grounded Itero
107.
1317. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Let's do Tango and then Tango Quebec is here. Okay, understood. So this is Tango, and then we can finally clean up the airplane. Okay, here we go. So P1 lights off, then radar off, flap up, transponder off, and here we are. After ending checklist, radar operating wind shear off. After ending checklist complete. So which one is 107? I don't remember. 106. Which one is 106? Okay, that one. 106. Let's prepare. Parking. 106. No. Okay. Tango Quebec. Which one is Tango Quebec? Is the next one. Yeah, maybe it was right. 108 was BC, and 106 is just here. Okay. CPU is on. Tango Quebec is here, and 106 is actually just after the intersection. Oh, here it is, 106. Oversteering, not too much, not too little. Lights off. Okay. Parking brake set. If you bleed and engine off. 2000. Standby.
Cabin crew disarmed.
Fuel pumps off. Now we have slides are not armed anymore, and beacon off, seatbelts sign off. So the boarding can start. Yes, and meanwhile parking checklist. Parking brake or chocks, brake set, engines off. Wings light off, fuel pumps off, parking checklist complete. Okay, some paperwork. Here we are, so we are on blocks at 4:59. We were supposed to be here at 4:58, oh sorry, 5, so we are perfectly on time. Fuel 1.9 used, 1.8 was supposed to be used, so we used a bit more. And let's see the ADIRs. Okay, 0.2, 0.1, so that is all good. Okay, so the boarding should have been started already. Why is it not started already? Let's look outside. Ah, the bus. We are waiting for the bus. Oh, here it is, the bus. Okay, this is it. So again, the idea was to try to reproduce a real flight, focusing on the standard operating procedures. These are not ETA Airways specific, it's more like generic Airbus procedures, at least my understanding of those procedures. As mentioned many times, I always assume that whoever is looking at, is watching this video,
Ryanair 90 Zulu Tango, on our way to Casale Mill Airport.
knows already about systems, about
Ryanair 90
how it works.
Zulu Tango, Bologna ground. Expect runway 12, Pellet 1 Juliet departure. Squawk 1000.
But is more interesting in
Pellet 1 Juliet departure.
looking at
000. Ryanair 90 Zulu Tango.
a realistic way to run those procedures.
Ryanair 90 Zulu Tango, read back correct.
Okay,
Call
people
me
are
back when
getting
ready for
down.
pushback or engine start.
Let's
Wilco.
okay, shut down the radio, and the boarding can now proceed. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Any comment, of course, is very appreciated. Thank you, and bye bye.